Hi.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. I was like, wait, I can tell.
Okay. Your mom has no video.
Oh, there she is.
Hi. Hello, future team leader.
So close.
This week, it's happening. It's going down.
Okay. Well, we'll be happy when it does. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yes, there are.
Hey, wait, you had a good day though.
What are you thinking of? Because I don't.
Uh,
I was looking at the same track.
my team's helping your team, our team stuff.
Everyone's here.
I look really white.
I think it's very bright where you are.
I love how my face freezes.
I think everybody's asking about the meeting password because it's so long.
Could we copy and paste it under the Zoom link?
Well, it's in the Zoom.
Well, if you go on Facebook on Nancy's Dream Believers, you can connect right there at the link on the Facebook page.
It works for some people. It doesn't work for everybody. For me, I can't click on the link and connect, but you can just tap the password in the link and just copy that. But it is a little complicated. I just had to work my way through it.
Do you have a Zoom account?
No.
Okay, so the reason that I put a password on there is because of all of the yucky hacking and pornographic things, and I just would be mortified if we were doing a meeting and all of a sudden some craziness popped up on the screen. So that's why I did the password. But next time what I can do is like do a shortened one. I can create it so it'll be easy. So
yeah, well, it was so long. I tried typing it in because it was hard to figure out how to get that just to be the thing that was copying, because I wanted to copy the whole link. And so when I tried to copy it, it didn't work at first. So I tried typing it in and it was so long I couldn't. So I had to, I did figure out how to copy it.
Got you. Okay. And for some reason I have to admit everyone and let them in the meeting. So that means that I must have clicked something a little wonky, but that's okay.
I think that's normal now. I think
No, it's new now because of that problem. They added that you always have to admit people, and that way only people you want to go in.
Got you. Okay. So
This is fun. This is more
I'm
people
really
than we
frozen.
usually have.
Can't unfreeze myself.
okay. All right. So I'm going to let Whitney start us off tonight. I'm also going to turn the volume off on my phone.
Same.
I'm going to let Whitney start us off with our career path. So Whitney, take it away.
Okay, welcome to Monday
Now
Night
I can hear.
Zoom. It's like Monday Night Live, but on Zoom. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through the career path. So go ahead and wave wildly, and we'll give you a round of applause when you hear your part on the career path, and I'll explain as we go. So if you are a brand new or seasoned consultant, and brand new is like within the first 1 to 4 months of starting your business, or a seasoned consultant, we would like you to wave wildly at the camera, and we will give you a round of applause. So, yay! Congratulations!
Wait, Rebecca. Wait.
Oh, yeah. Okay, next up on the career path is a senior consultant. So that is a beauty consultant that has 1 to 2 active team members. Do we have any senior consultants? Okay, position is open. So we're looking for some people to fill that in maybe by next week. That'd be awesome. It only takes 1. The senior consultant is next. After senior consultant, we have team builder, and those are ladies in a beautiful red jacket. Do we have any team builders? They have 3 to 4 active people on their team.
I'm waving. I'm frozen.
Oh, okay. So Amy is waving, but her video is frozen. So okay. Next up, do we have anyone that is brand new that moved up into, I don't know, a team leader position? Maybe even today? Hannah! We're excited for you. And Hannah got there just today, so we're super excited for her. And next up on the career path would be future director. Oh, so just to clarify, team leader is 5 to 7 active people on your team. And then right after that is future director, and that is 8 or 9. I think it's 8 to 10 on your team. And then right after that, we have DIQ, which is director and qualification. So that's someone who is working to do Mary Kay full time, and that's what Nancy is. She's a director. So I am a DIQ, so yay! And then at the very tippy top, we have Miss Nancy Beckwith, and she is our fearless director, and she is the leader of our Nancy's Dream Believers. So let's give it up for Nancy.
Yay! Thank you. And I'm looking at all the pictures, and mine is truly the darkest screen, and I have a ring light and everything. I don't get it. So just, I guess, I don't know. I'm going to have to do this on my laptop and go outside next time or something, but all my neighbors can be a part of our Monday Night Live.
They'll wish they were here.
I wanted to recognize we have a new qualified team member in our midst as of today, and that's Dee Dee Porter. So everybody clap for Dee Dee. She got her first order in today, got all the freebies and bonuses. So how does that feel, Dee Dee?
Awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
Congratulations.
That's exciting. So she's already got the earrings and gosh, the free travel roll-up bag and the 2 free mirrors and trays. And then also she picked the bonus bundle with the lip glosses and mascaras. So really cool, and we're excited for you. We're excited for you. Okay, and then Lori placed her order today. So clap for Lori all the way from Kentucky. Yay! Lori got started and was able to sell some things and get going. And I know she's going to be building on that. She's already like talking to other people. So, but we're excited for you too. So everybody cheer for Lori. Woo! Awesome. Okay. So we're going to do, I'm going to kind of run through some of the things that we usually take a little bit of time with, so that I can take most of tonight to do training with you guys. I'm real excited about this idea. Some of you have probably seen it. If you don't have something to take notes with tonight, you're gonna want something. So if you take a minute to grab a notebook or a pen, yeah, if you need to get up and go get one, do it now. You'll be so glad you did. Or if you take notes on your phone, if you're using your phone, you're gonna need a notebook, right? Hannah, I love your lip color. It's pretty. I know, I love red. Who's all wearing red? Let me see if I can move this. Who's all wearing red?
I don't own red.
Yeah.
Well,
Yet.
yeah.
Now some background.
Yeah, you don't own red yet.
I have my red pillow. Does that count?
Awesome. I love seeing the red. I know there's going to be a sea of red in our unit very, very soon, which is exciting. So, okay. So if you are a new team leader on this Zoom, Hannah Cook, take a minute and tell everybody a tip on what you're doing to move up right now.
So one of the things that I had figured out was that I have a lot of connections in other states that when we were doing everything in person, I was not really contacting those people because it was kind of like, oh yeah, like I live in Kentucky or I live in, North Carolina, so we can't really get together. Well, now that's not a problem. I can actually call them and say, hey, look, everything's virtual right now. We're all stuck at home. Like, let's hang out. I'll send you guys some samples and we'll have fun. Or just, hey, hop on and we'll have some fun. And it's helped me to build a good fit. So I'm actually really loving it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm going to steal Amy's saying, because I've heard Amy say a couple times this past week that right now, I mean, we've always had no territories, but right now that is, the whole United States is your playing field. You could recruit someone from North Carolina who has a sister in Ohio, who has a daughter in Michigan, and you've got all those people. So it's exciting. It's a really exciting time. Okay, and then our DIQ, Whitney Beam. I'm so proud of you and your team. Everybody clap for our DIQ. If you will just share a tip with us on how you're kind of working your business right now, just real quick, either in bookings or shares.
Okay. Okay, so in bookings, I would say my favorite thing right now is that this is so new for all of us. You can use that. So if this is a customer you've had for a while, you can be like, hey, I have a new thing I need to try and I need help. Will you let me practice with you? So I am just practicing with anyone that'll let me practice. And that's what I call it because I know that Facebook parties are new, at least for me. They're not new to Facebook, but that has been like my go-to script where I'm like, hey, I need a couple hostesses to practice a Facebook party with. Would you be willing to let me practice with you? And I'll give you something free just as a thank you. And people are responding really well because most people want to help people. So that's my go-to script right now. And it's been working really well. And people who've never tried Mary Kay are willing to host a Facebook party. So, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So show of hands on here. I know some of you are brand new, but if you've already done like a virtual party or even your grand opening or debut party virtually, will you raise your hand so I can see? Awesome. Okay. Elizabeth, can you text Jan and get her on here? I know she keeps blowing up my phone about trying to get on the group. Can you help her?
Yes, I'm using my phone though. Is somebody else that
Oh,
isn't using
I
their
got you.
phone?
Is anybody
Yeah.
using their computer that can text Jan?
I will do my best.
Okay.
I can,
Yeah,
and I got computer set up, but it has to be through to her cell phone.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I don't know what her hang up is, but she's trying to get on. So and I don't want to take our time. Let me see if I can send something really quick.
because I just copy and pasted your link that you put on our page.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you,
So-
Elizabeth. Great. Okay. All right. So if you are an honor attendee this week, I want you to wave. I'm going to give you the categories. I want to see who you guys are because the challenge last week was to earn this. So the first way you can win is to sell $300 this past week. And so it's like God's week. It goes Sunday through Saturday midnight. So if you sold $300 this past week, I want you to wave. Yay! Yay! Awesome. Okay, anybody else? Did I miss anybody? Okay. If you got if you have 3 bookings or you got 3 bookings this past week, wave. Let's see who our people booking appointments are. 3 bookings. Oh no. We're all like,
But it wasn't 3.
It's all good. Okay, so it's time to book, right? If you had 3 shares, so if you had 3 people who listened to the opportunity, either watched a video and followed up or did a 3-way call or something like that. I know we can't do in person. I always want to say, or if you had coffee, but I know we can't do that, right? But if you shared with 3 people this past week, can you wave so we can see who are people who shared? Okay, awesome. Amy, you're waving?
Mhm.
Awesome. 3 shares. You guys clap for Amy. Yay! And if you got a new team member this past week, give me a wave. A new team member this past week. Yay! Yay! Okay, anybody else? Okay, awesome. So Amanda and Amy are honor attendees for tonight. So congratulations for you guys. I'm gonna send you a little something. So it's pretty cool because you met the challenge. Okay, so really quickly, if you have something exciting that you want to crow about, let's have it. Something exciting. Maybe if you're new, you got your kit, or maybe you placed your first order, or maybe you did your debut party. If you're an existing consultant, maybe you got a reorder that excited you, or you met a new person, or you're talking to somebody exciting. Let's hear our crows.
I've got one.
Okay. Who said I got one?
I did.
Okay, go ahead, Ashley.
I was just gonna say that today I finally was able to do finally able to do a share, and it'd been very hard to track this person down, but finally got it and actually went really well. And then I also got someone to agree to do a booking with me.
Yay!
Did you set up your private page too?
What's that?
Did you set up a private page too?
I did. I
Guys,
set up my
see that
private my sales page as well on Facebook.
Welcome, Jan!
Yay! Dan's in.
I wanted you to be here so bad.
We want to say we were waiting for you. We're excited.
Her audio's not on.
Yes, we were. Okay. We're glad you're here. Okay, Amanda, you had a crow.
Yeah, so that big sale I made last week, it was my aunt, and she placed an order when I first started, like a pretty good one, like $200 order. But I was thinking about her, and she's never tried the skincare because we never got to get together in person. So I gave her a bunch of stuff like the facial peel, the Time Wise, microdermabrasion, all that stuff in a little pampering package. And I didn't expect much. I was like, hey, you want to try this? We can go live together. And she's like, I want to order everything you sent. So that was really exciting, and that's what the order was last week. So that was fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Anybody else have something to crow?
I've got something.
Okay, great. Sam?
So last week I got my inventory, so that was really cool.
Woohoo!
All that showed up. And then this week I'm actually in the process of doing my first a party by myself on Facebook. So that's really exciting. But the cool thing is I'm not a super organized person, but I'm organized now with all the Mary Kay stuff. It's all my husband actually set up a thing, got the stuff all in the drawers. It looks great, and I'm ready to go. So it's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Anybody else have a crow?
I do.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting to partner with like a bunch of my consultants, and we're doing a bunch of parties, and we're going to do one as a big Future Fearless Unit group. And I am having the best time finding out everyone's personalities through these parties, because there are some people who are like, I catch all the typos, and there's some people who are like, we're going to do GIFs, and it's just super fun to bring everybody together and do it as a big family. Even though we can't be together, we're doing it together, and I love it.
That is
Amy.
I was just excited to get to do Dee Dee's debut party because I was super nervous about getting it together, and she did such a sweet little video that we put in there, and she had such a great group of family and friends that came on, and I was just really happy for how it went. And she got some sales, and we're working on some parties and some shares from it. So just all the things, and I'm excited about Rebecca's next Saturday. So woohoo!
Yay! Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Yes. Anybody else have a crow?
I got my kit this last week, so that was exciting to finally get it. I was starting to feel overwhelmed without it, but now that I have it, I can try more things.
Yeah, and I love how professional it is. Like when you get in and you open up that box, it's just so well done and so top notch, isn't it? So I think that's really cool how important they make us feel. So. Okay, so our next thing is if you had a grand day this past week. So some of you have already announced that you did, but if you sold at least $100 in a day, wave so we can see who our grand day achievers are. Yay! Okay, I did too. And we will have a drawing at the very beginning of next month with all of our grand day winners. So every time you have $100 in a day that you sell, it counts as a grand day. So if you have a $300 party, Dee Dee, that counts as 3 grand days, which is really cool. Or Amanda, if you sell $300 to your aunt, that counts as 3 grand days. So it's kind of exciting. And you definitely want to post them on our website, on our Facebook page rather, so that we can kind of keep track of that. And my assistant will post it, so you'll see it once a week. It'll post and tell us who has grand days so far. So you want to do that so you can be in the drawing. And also, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I'm giving away 2 Kindle Fires this month when we reach our goal of 20,000. So we have to reach 20,000 in order for me to give this away, but I know that we're going to do it. And I'm really excited about that. But you are responsible for tracking your own entries. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that. Amy asked me that earlier this week, and I just wanted to make sure that it was clear. There's no way I could keep up with everybody's entries and keep it all straight. So I would feel horrible if I got your number wrong. So track how many, every time you order $100, when you have a new team member, when you do a share, all of those things. And it's listed on our Facebook page. That flyer is there for you to see. Does anybody have any questions about the Kindle Fire giveaway? Right.
I do have a question. I'm sorry. Is it the amount before tax that you order?
Yes.
For grand day? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, so that'll be the wholesale.
Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So So if you sold, we know that Amanda's the only one on here who waived for a $300 week. So Amanda, you are our queen of sales for the week.
Thank you.
Yes. So tell us what your grand total was.
My grand total was $316. I sold a lot of skincare to my aunt, and then I sold a mascara separately. So 2 sales.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank
you. So how much time was that? That's like really with one person?
Yeah. One of them was my coworker who's been wanting to get a mascara for a long time. And she called me at like 9:30 at night. She said, can we FaceTime? And I was like literally showing it to her on FaceTime. And she's like, I love it. Can I get it? And then she wanted the skincare set too. But she's like, I'm kind of hesitant. So I gave her the samples and she's thinking about getting those. So
perfect.
And then my aunt was just like, send me a text. She's like, I want to order everything. I was like, okay, that was super easy. So yeah, it was so exciting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I was walking around the grocery store and Amanda voxed me and she's like, hey, I just saw this and this. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. So way better than braving the grocery store. So congratulations for being our queen. That's exciting.
Thank you.
Oh, that is. Okay, you just keep it up. So we have some pre-B achievers already on. So far, so pre-B, for those of you who are brand new, every month when you place 300 in orders by the 15th, you earn a pre-B prize. And they're different every month. I just pick different things. So this month, it's a beautiful like designer pin with a crown jewel on top. I just love it. I'm in love with all the colors. But you get a pin when you get your pre-B. And so we have Amy Miller. Yay! Stephanie Reynolds, who's not on tonight, but Stephanie earned her pre-B. Natalie Witt is not on this evening, but she earned her pre-B. And Sam Wilson earned her pre-B. So congratulations to you. And Sam and Stephanie already earned their B Achiever jewelry this month too. And now Dee Dee did as well. So give them a round of applause for having 600 in already for the month. And you can do that cumulatively and you'll win those beautiful B earrings. Be a people magnet for April. Yay, you have a clapper. Woohoo! Yay! Clap away. Okay. So I'm going to share with you guys tonight, and it's bugging me like crazy that my screen is so dark. I tried to turn my ring light off and it just made it even worse. I don't know. So, okay. Anyways, hopefully the sun doesn't go down and like you just see shadows all around. Weird, right? Okay. So I want to talk to you about another idea for a virtual party. And some of you have probably seen this going around. Some of you probably, heard of it already. I have not taught you guys this idea yet because sometimes I feel like we get so many ideas at one time that it's, for me, my brain kind of starts to shut down. Like I can only process so much at one time. Does anybody else relate to that? Anybody?
Yes.
Okay, so I was like, you know what? I just have to process some of these other things first, like the QVC style party or, the washing your face with them or doing the little mini session and all of that. So tonight I want to talk to you about Hydra sessions. Hydra sessions. Has anybody heard about the Hydra sessions already? Awesome. Jan and Whitney. Yay. Okay. All right. So this is really cool. And I'm going to be reading from some of my notes because I don't want to get off tangent and talk for 10 minutes and waste your time. So I have quite a bit that I want to share with you. First of all, there's a lot of products involved in the Hydra session. So I'm going to tell you what all products you use, and then I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to give you the script, and then I'm going to walk you through what a session would look like. Does that sound good? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yes. So this is one of the ways to do a session where you actually do have to have samples. You can't do this without the samples. So it's another reason why I kind of waited to share this idea because some of us don't have samples. So it's better to just jump on and do the Facebook party, the QVC style. And so, but I want to give you this as an option because if you decide you want to do this, it is another option for you. And, there's so many ideas, you guys. There's so many different ways to work the business. You don't have to do everything. You just pick what you get excited about and then you'll be fine. Okay. So this may be for you and it might not be, but here it is. And I'm kind of excited about this. So here are the products that we use at a Hydra session. A cleanser, Microderma Refine. So the microdermabrasion step 1. charcoal mask, a satin lip scrub, a facial peel. Somebody's dog got excited. The hydrogel eye patches, the naturally oil, satin lips balm, and the moisture renewing gel mask.
I need you to do that again. I didn't catch most of them.
Okay, and I'm going to I'll post a couple of like flyers that we can use and some of the information when we're done. I'll post it on our Facebook page too, Ashley. But so I got cleanser, the microdermabrasion step 1, the charcoal mask, satin lip scrub, facial peel. Is everybody with me so far? Okay, the hydrogel eye patches, the naturally nourishing oil. You can just put naturally oil. Satin lips balm, and the moisture renewing gel mask. So this is deep exfoliation, deep hydration. That's what it is. They actually do these at day spas, and the cost is about $250 to $400 for one treatment. And it's called a Hydra session. Yes.
That's
so
insane.
deep exfoliation and deep hydration, that is the purpose. So the script, and I wrote it down, so I'm just gonna like read over it with you so I don't like mess it up. The script is, okay, so I'm doing this fun thing called I'm doing virtual sessions right now. And I know that you usually like the skincare. This one is deep cleanse and deep exfoliation, deep hydration from the comfort of your home. And I really think you'll like it as a special treat. You may already have some of the products. Now I'm telling people that I know they're existing customers. You may have some of these products already that you use like one to 2 times a week, but this is where we're going to use everything all at one time, 1 to 2 times a month as a special treat. And I really think you're going to love it. So that's it. It feels amazing. You know, and then you just set it up. So if they say, oh yeah, that sounds good, I want to do it. Say, great, does next Thursday night work for you? Or Tuesday morning, or whenever you have time to book that slot for yourself. And go ahead and book them for a time slot. But you got to give yourself time to either mail or drop off the samples to them. So then whether you mail them a packet or drop it off, you got to make sure that you give them time for that. So if I was booking someone today, I could probably still do it for Thursday. But if I book them tomorrow, I'm probably going to start booking for next week because I want to make sure they get the samples, right? Especially if I have to mail it. If it's a drop off in town, that's not a problem. So I really think that people are starved for connection right now. Do you agree? Yeah.
Yes.
And so I feel like right now they're home. They don't have anything to do. And this is just something that's really fun. And my mindset is that I want to do this just to bless other people. It's going to give them something fun to do. It's going to make their skin feel amazing. And so it's just good, clean fun, really. So that's really the script. It's just really simple. I'm doing virtual sessions right now. And this I think you'll really love. It's really deep exfoliation and then deep hydration. So, you know, and you're going to kind of sell them in that. Because some people might think, well, I use the microderm and I can't use the microderm on the same day that I do the facial peel, or I can't charcoal mask the same day I do the microdermabrasion, right? That's what we've all been taught. So this is actually for the deep exfoliation, deep hydration session, and like it would just be once or twice a month. So the company we've talked to people at the company about this, medical relations and all of that. It is fine. We wouldn't do anything that's not safe for people, okay, for people's skin. Okay, so then after you've booked them for their time, you're going to either drop or mail the samples. And I'm going to walk you through how this session actually works. So it would be like a Zoom. So, or you could do Facebook Messenger if it's just like somebody in their home with their daughter or whatever, you know, you could do FaceTime or something if that works for you. But for the cleanser, they can use any cleanser they want. So you could have them use the Time Wise Repair Cleanser. You could have them use the cleansing cloth. which I thought about doing. You know, the cleansing cloths that we have that you just run under water and it's got the cleanser in the cloth. You could just put a cloth in their packet and then they could use that and wash their face and then toss it. You could use the Time-Wise cleanser, whichever cleanser you want to do. So you're going to give them the cleanser and you're going to start. I suggest using the scrubby brush. You know, that's my fancy word for the Skinvigorate. Use the scrubby brush when you do it. Because if you're going to do this with them, and if they watch you do it, I think it's just more fun, and it just kind of makes them relate to you a little bit more if you do it together. But when you do it, if you're using your brush and they don't have one, guess what they're going to want?
The brush.
So I just think that's kind of a good idea to do that. So after they do the cleanser and they wipe it all off, they're going to do the microdermabrasion step 1, the refine. And so I want to tell you a little bit about the microdermabrasion, and you're going to kind of explain each product to them as you go, but I'm going to give you some things that you can say right now, some little catchphrases, so you don't have to feel like Lori and Dee Dee, you guys are, Rebecca, you're brand new. You're not, you know, I don't expect you to know all the product, and you don't have to. So like, just take a deep breath in and be like, whoo, okay, she's got me. So we got you. We got you on this. So for the microdermabrasion, there are microbeads, and they're beads, which means they're round. And what they do is like your pore is like this, and because it's round, it like scoops into your pore and it digs out all the gunk that's in your pores. That's what the Microderm Refine does. They are round microbead crystals. Now, I like to stress that because years ago, apricot scrubs were really big. Does anybody remember?
Oh my goodness. Those are
I
awful.
lived off of those.
Thank you. I know. And so everybody used to do the apricot scrubs. Well, apricot seeds, you guys, have jagged edges. So when you go like this with an apricot scrub, it can make little micro tears on your skin. We think, oh, it's working. You know, might not be good. So the round micro bead in the Refine is round. It's not going to leave any edges or anything like that. It's just going to gently scoop out the stuff from the pores from your face. Isn't that cool? I feel so smart already. Okay. All right. So then after they do the microdermabrasion, you just scrub it on. You're going to splash water up. They're going to probably need a couple of washcloths when they do this, or at least one cloth and then a hand towel, because you're thinking they're doing the Microderm Refine. They're also going to do the charcoal mask later. So they're going to need probably a couple of cloths, and you could tell them that ahead of time too. So the next step, so step 1 is the cleanser. Step 2 is the Microderm, step 1. Okay. I don't want to confuse you by saying step 1, but Refine. The step 3 is the charcoal mask. So you're going to put the charcoal mask on, and I would suggest using the mask brush. Why? Because number 1, you don't have to get it all over your fingers. And then number 2, the mask is going to glide really easily on. And if you have it and you're using it and they don't have it, they're going to want it. So that's just kind of like an easy upsell. It's only $12 too. And it's so easy to wash off. Like you can even show them that. You know, it's so much better than the old brushes that we just got stuck in all the bristles. So the charcoal mask, so you're going to put that on. You're going to put all over your face except for your eyes, you know, in your mouth area. And you normally would leave it on for, you know, maybe 10 to 20 minutes. For this party, I would recommend leaving it on about 8 to 10. So you're just going to leave it on 8 to 10 minutes because of time, because you don't want people to be, you know, you don't want to have a party that's 2 hours long. So during this time when the charcoal mask is on is a great opportunity for you to share the marketing plan. So you can share why you started Mary Kay. I thought it was, you know, really great. Dee Dee's debut was Saturday, and she made a cute little video of just, you know, why she said yes to Mary Kay. And it was so good. The first time I watched it, I just got chills. It was just so great. And it was not because it was just genuine and it was real, you know, and she just spoke from her heart and like, hey, I'm doing this because of it. And it just like really spoke to people. And I think people love stories. Don't you agree? So they want to hear stories. So just say, you know, why I said yes to Mary Kay. Or like for me, I'll say, you know, I said no to Mary Kay. I was like, I wasn't going to sell lipstick. But I got excited when I heard everything that Mary Kay offered to women. And that changed my mind. And then, of course, the $50 really spoke to me. I just wanted $50 a week. So that income potential got me. But that 10 minutes you could share a fact sheet, you could share your story, you could do, I mean, you know, something, show a video. If you're doing Zoom, I guess you wouldn't be able to show a video like you would on Facebook Live. But I would suggest just talking and sharing, or sharing a fact sheet. Does that make sense? So then you wipe the mask off, and then the next step, step number 4, is the satin lip scrub. So you're going to put the satin lips scrub all on your lip. It's a sugar scrub. It's a shea sugar scrub. Don't let them eat it.
Do they have a sample of the scrub, or you would just have to send them a sample of one of your own? How does that work?
I think there's samples of it, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to just put a question there, and can I let you know the answer when I find out?
Appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Good question. All right, so I'm assuming that there is, but if there's not, you could probably, I don't know, put a little bit in a Ziploc or something and send them. I know Jan has these really little Ziplocs that she got somewhere that are perfect size for little samples. Or you might have a little paint little tube. What do you call them? Like the little paint things? I don't know what you call them. The little round things that you can put something in, has a little.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to get technical with you, but you could do something like that if there's not. But that's I'll find out. So you're going to put the scrub on, and at the same time you put the scrub on, you're going to go ahead and put the facial peel on. So the facial peel, and for those of you who have not used it, it has got some great things inside that facial peel. But it's clear. So when they put it on their face, it's clear, and they don't have to really scrub it in. They can just do a layer, and it's going to absorb into the skin and do its job. And here's what I want you to tell people about the facial peel. It is a chemical exfoliator. So then this is what I'm going to say. Gasp, chemicals, what, on my face? Because, like, doesn't it make you kind of go, wait, what? I'm putting chemicals on my face? Like, I think it's a natural knee-jerk reaction for somebody to go, wait, I don't think I want chemicals on my face. But it's actually a chemical exfoliator, so don't get nervous with words like chemical or acid. Those things are, like, needed to get a deep penetration. It actually goes several layers deep into your skin while keeping your skin safe. And it's very gentle. So what the facial peel has is glycolic acid, and that glycolic acid breaks apart the bonds that connect dead skin cells. Isn't that cool? I'm going to repeat that. The glycolic acid breaks apart the bonds that connect the dead cells, so it can release new, fresh, plump skin cells, so your skin is ready for hydration. I'll say that one more time. The glycolic acid breaks apart the bonds that connect the dead skin cells so that they can release fresh, plump skin cells that are ready for hydration. Y'all with me? Also, at this point in the party, you leave that on you could leave it on for 20 minutes. I'm leaving it on for 10. And I am, again, because I don't want it to be a 2.5-hour party, but I'm leaving it on for 10 minutes. And during this 10 minutes, this is the perfect time to do a referral game. So there's a couple ways you could do the referral game here. One, you could say, everybody can text me right now their names and contact numbers for their friends that they think might enjoy doing what we're doing today. And I'm going to have a prize for the person who gives me the most. Ready, set, go. And then let them start texting you. Or you could say, that they could comment or something. I don't know how they would comment on Zoom, but maybe they could comment. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. Or there's a Google Doc.
You can chat.
In chat? Okay.
There's a chat that you can do.
So yeah, so you could do a chat and they could make comments. Thank you, Amy. And then I have a Google document that we could use that I'm going to post later with the other information that you could send out to someone after the party, and it has a place for them to write down referrals. So you could do that as well. I like the idea of text me and like giving them a few minutes to do that and then offering a prize, because that's most like what we do face to face. So I feel more comfortable with that than waiting later to send them something after the party. So it's totally up to you. So the other thing I want to tell you about the facial peel is during this part, sometimes the facial peel tingles on the skin. because it has the glycolic acid in it and it's working. So this product will tingle usually probably 2 to 3 minutes, but that is normal. So we need to let our customers know that. Otherwise they're gonna go, oh my gosh, my face is tingling, I'm allergic, you know, I need to take this off or whatever. So what I'm telling people is it is gonna tingle probably 2 to 3 minutes. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to call 911, wipe it off. Just wipe it off right now. But if you just feel tingling, it's working, let it just hang on. And if it's still tingling after about 3 minutes, then just wipe it off. Okay, so tell your people, let them know, and let them know what's in it. Let them know those things, because I think your customers just want to be informed, and they don't know if we don't tell them, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so step 6, we're on step 6. This is the fun part. So everything we've done so far is the deep exfoliation. We cleansed, we did the microdermabrasion, charcoal mask, we did the satin lip scrub, and the facial peel. So we've done all of that stuff to hydrate the skin. And I had an example, I want to share it with you. I had an example about a cantaloupe. So you guys know what a cantaloupe looks like? Yes, everybody knows what a cantaloupe looks like. It's kind of rough around the edges. So if you just get one, the first thing you're going to want to do is cleanse it. So like we cleanse our face, right, with the cleanser and the brush. That's just a surface clean. You're going to clean off that cantaloupe and just get all the dirt and stuff off the outside of the cantaloupe. The next step, that microdermabrasion, that's the physical exfoliation. You're kind of like a grater using to cut off kind of some, you know, edges, rough edges and things. And that's what that microdermabrasion does, how it scoops into our pores and kind of gets that gunk out, the rough edges. And it starts that renewal process. Then the charcoal mask. Thank you, Jan. Then the charcoal mask is like an extractor. So like if you've ever been to a spa, or you know somebody who you know, is an esthetician, they have a machine, or they have an instrument called an extractor that can pull stuff out of the pores. That's what the charcoal mask does. It actually is charcoal is that active ingredient, and it acts like a magnet to pull that stuff out. So it's like a do-it-yourself pulling out of the impurities and the bacteria and things. So that's that extractor, if you will. And then the chemical exfoliator was the facial peel. And that's the one with the glycolic acid. Again, tell them not to be nervous. It's just got to get several layers deep. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then 2, you could always gauge your group at the party and just say, you know, give me a thumbs up if you're feeling okay, you know, and like have people be interactive with you. Yes.
Can you let my mom back in?
Yep. So fun. Okay, and Jan just said that there are no samples of the satin lips. So thank you for checking on that. Okay, so all of that is the deep exfoliation. So the next part is kind of like, have any of you ever watched the cartoons Tom and Jerry? Do y'all remember those old cartoons? And like Tom gets his, you know, self on fire, and maybe his like rear end is on fire, and he's like running, and he finds the water, and he sits in the water, and he goes, do you all have that visual in your head right now?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the next step, the deep hydration. The first part, we've done all that deep exfoliation, our rear ends are on fire. People's are gonna feel like, oh my gosh, my face is like on fire, I'm ready for some moisture, give me some hydration. They're gonna want that experience. So you can totally use that cartoon analogy if you want to. You're gonna take them to the hydration right there. So what you're gonna do for step 6, starting with the deep hydration, you're gonna do the hydrogel eye patches. And you're gonna put those on, and you know, if you haven't used them, like the big end goes out here, and then the small end comes right up under here. And so it's like right underneath your eyes, and you put those on there. Now here's the thing too, that I don't know if you guys know this, but the hydrogel eye patches help us to retain water. What woman wants to retain water, right? All of your eyes probably just went like, what? We don't want to retain water. So this is a good way to help retain water. This is good. You do want it because we want to look like a grape and not a raisin. Okay? A raisin is dried up and wrinkled because there's no moisture. So we don't want that on our faces. So the hydrogel eye patches is going to give you that hydration under your eyes. It is glycerin based, and it feels really cool. It also de-stresses, and it depuffs the eye area and gives you a revived look. So you're going to put those eye patches on, and typically you would leave them on for 20 minutes. For this one, I'm leaving it on for 15, but we're going to do something else at the same time the eye patches are sitting on our face.
You
Leave it
said
on for
15?
how long? You cut out
15 minutes.
15. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
What would you say is the best way to send the hydrogel, the eye patches? Like, if you've got to mail them, how do we make sure they don't get all destroyed in the mail?
There are samples of those.
Yeah, the sample pack.
Okay.
Have you seen the sample pack?
So is
I
there
haven't seen this
samples
sample.
of
I have other samples, but I
almost
haven't seen this
everything?
sample.
Yes, there are
Yes.
samples of almost all this, Rebecca. And there's a couple items in this that there are not samples of, but
Like the lip scrub? Or
but there's these
The
tiny
naturally
little
oil, I think,
containers
too.
you can get on Amazon that works really well. They're called cosmetic containers, and they have a screw-on lid, so they're really easy to use. There's the eye patches. So that's a really great way to be able to do DIY.
Okay.
Yes, and we're going to talk more about the samples in just a minute, even though you guys just did, and I think that's great. We're better together. So this is really cool. This is what the hydrogel eye patches look like. These are a little pricey. Not really, but they're $2.
Oh.
So it's not like they cost a fortune, but a lot of the other samples don't cost, you get like 6 for $1.50 or something. This is $2 for one little sample. So, but here's what I'm doing. If it's somebody that I really think is going to enjoy it and maybe really needs them, I don't mind gifting this and putting it in the packet. If it's somebody that is just doing it to help me and I know they already have a lot of the product and they're not interested in purchasing, I'm probably not going to put this in there because it costs me money. And I'm trying to bless other people, but it is a business too, and I don't want to just give money away. So you want to watch how much we're spending on samples. So I'm going to come back and talk about samples at the end. But they do have a lot of the samples for most of these things are on InTouch, and they're really not, they're pretty affordable for the most part. So, but that's the hydrogel patches. Now, while the hydrogel eye patches are on, you do the oil. So I want to talk about the oil because there are no samples for the oil, and we cannot put them in a container and give them to somebody, because if we try to do samples on our own, we lose our ECOS certification for that product. That product is
Oh, yeah.
not sample it. We can't, or it changes it. So we're not able to do that. But let me tell you about the oil. Let me tell you how we're getting around it. The oil is, I'm telling my customers beforehand that I don't have samples of the oil, but that it's part of the process. I've had 2 ladies say, well, then let me just go ahead and buy one so I can do it when we're there.
Okay.
So is this
That's
step
100
7?
Yeah, because they're $50 for an oil. And the other cool thing is that it's 100% guaranteed. So if they decide they don't like it, you can always take it back and get something else of equal value. But so far, they've liked it. So that's good. They were like, I told them, oh gosh, there's this oil. I can't give you samples of it, but it just feels amazing. And just know that on this step, you would want to use the oil. Now the oil, you guys, has sesame seed, almond oil, and olive oils in it. So it's like essential oils, really good stuff. Again, us oily girls are going to be like, ooh, I'm not putting oil on my face. Tell them again, don't worry. Trust me, this is really lightweight and it absorbs into the skin. And oh my gosh, it has such a great scent.
So is this something that you would leave on your face?
Yes, it's going to absorb into your skin, Rebecca. So it's not going to sit on your skin and it's not going to make you I promise.
I'm that oily person. I want to get rid of oil.
Me too. Me too. I'm with you. So, but I can promise you it absorbs into the skin and doesn't feel oily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be, and what is it called again?
It's the natural oil. It's actually called Nourishing Oil, but it's part of the natural skincare line. So
Rebecca, stop by school tomorrow and I'll bring mine along. You can have it for a day and try it.
Ooh.
Because I'm thinking about like doing this whole process and doing it myself to see how it works and then post a video, and that might help.
Yeah, and plus if you go through it yourself, I think that's brilliant because then you'll be able to kind of help your customers as they're going through it. You'll know how it feels and why it feels a certain way. So
yeah, because I mean I have a hormonal disbalance acne, so pretty much in easy terms, I produce a lot of oily.
Yeah.
So my skin tone's always oily. So this might help for me to explain to others who are identical to my skin.
And again, if you wanted to, you could leave out the hydrogel eye patches and the oil and just do anything else. Or you could leave out this and do the oil, you know. I mean, like I said, I've sold 2 just by talking about, I can't give you samples of it, but this is a really, so, and it is on the closing sheet. So I think it's good to talk about it, even if you don't have it to sample it. And just think about too, for those of us who've done parties face to face, there have been times where we've talked about a product and not sampled it. So that's okay to do. That's okay. All right. So the next step, step 8 is the lip balm. So they're finally going to get to put the lip balm on their lips. They did the scrub during the deep exfoliation. Now they're going to do the lip balm on their lip. And the lip balm, if you guys don't know, the Satin Lip Balm has vitamin A and vitamin E. And then that takes us to step 9. This is the last step. It's the moisture renewing gel mask. And the funny thing is that they can sleep in this. So the moisture gel mask also goes on clear. You can put it on and you can leave it on for 10 or 20 minutes. For the end of my sessions, I've done this twice, and what I've done so far is just put this on my face and left it on and encourage them to just go to sleep in it, because it's going to just absorb into the skin, make your face very supple, baby soft, and hydrated. So they're going to wake up and feel really great. It's not greasy or anything like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Nancy. If you do this, let's say like at 6 o'clock at night, and so when they get through with this, they're ready for bed, right? But if they're used to using a skincare set, do they need to do their night skincare routine or put their night oil on or night cream on?
No, we just did all this other stuff.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah, but that's a good question, because somebody else may ask that too. You know, a customer may say that. But no, this is it. This is them getting ready for bed for sure. And remember, they're not going to do all of these products every time they wash their face. This is a 1 to 2 times a month deep exfoliation, deep hydration treat. Ashley, do you have a question?
Yeah, the only thing that we haven't addressed in this cycle is anything for the eyes. Like we would have avoided the eyes throughout this entire cycle. And if they are used to the set, then that would have been something they would have ended with. And we would encourage them to do every night. Would that be something that we could also send, like a sample of the eye cream?
You could. I think that if you're doing the hydrogel eye patches, then takes the place of it, because if you've ever done it, when you take them off, like you'll have like it's kind of like a gel, like a glycerin, and you can kind of rub in the extra, and it just really hydrates that area.
So it'll act the same as if it was an eye cream. Because I was thinking it was just like a pampering thing, but you would still need to do another. Okay, so if that's enough steps, then that's great.
Absolutely. So so if you weren't going to do this, you could pop in an eye gel or eye cream.
Okay.
The people too, this is a good point. The people who use the soothing eye gel love this. So if you've got somebody who likes the little $15 Indulge soothing eye gel, you need to talk to them about this product, because it's even better. It's even better. Okay. So the next thing, so that's all the steps, okay? And then after step 9, where you have the moisture gel mask on, you're going to show them the closing sheet. Now, when you deliver their packet with their samples, or you mail it, you're going to include the closing sheet in there, so that when you go over it at this point in the party, they have it to look at. They're looking at their closing sheet while you're talking about it. Okay. I don't know how, so many people are visual learners. It's just better if they have it in their hand. So, and I'm going to post the closing sheet again on our Facebook page when this is over tonight. So go over the closing sheet with them. This is all $318 in product if they wanted every bit of it. But today only, it's $248. So it's giving a little bit away, but I think it's worth it. And versus one-time treatment at a spa for $250 for a one-time thing, they can get multiple uses out of these products for $248 for months. So I think that's like a way better deal. And for us as consultants, it's going to help us build our customer base deep and not just wide. You know, so instead of having like people that are just on 1 or 2 products, this is a way to get your customers using more of the skincare products that they may not be using right now or currently. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a
Also,
comparison we could use?
say again?
Is that a comparison that we can use, like the one time?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm telling mine, because we say it at the beginning too, like this is done at a spa, it's going to cost you $250 to $400. But this, you know, it's $248 today only. So I'm also offering for my customers a payment option. So if they want to break it down, if they want it, but they need to make 3 payments, that is totally fine with me, and I will work that out with them. And I think that helps people too, because $248 may sound like a lot right now, right? So don't be afraid to offer a payment plan with them. And then the other thing I'm asking is, okay, if you could choose 1 or 2 products just to get started, what would you choose? And just seeing what they say. And then you can kind of follow up with them after the party. So tonight I am going to put on a little cover picture that says Hydra Session. I'm going to put on the closing sheet. I'm going to put a picture of all the products and their prices so you can see it, to see what their value is. And I'll look and see. I really don't have a script written out, but if you need to hear it again, just message me or box me and I'll box it, and then it'll be recorded. Of course, this will be recorded too. But that's the Hydra Session. Now I want to tell you about my girlfriend, Emily. Emily Sims has been doing Hydra Sessions for like 3 weeks. And she sold $2,000 in the last 2 weeks from Hydra Sessions.
Oh.
Like everybody just looked at the camera. $2,000 sessions while she was sitting at home in her pajamas washing her face. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Wow.
She says, if you're not doing Hydra Sessions, you're crazy. Another thing, that's not true. Everybody's different. But that you have to know Emily to know how she talks. But she also said that like she went to deliver a reorder for one of her customers that just wanted like a CC cream. And so she just, when she delivered it, she said, hey, I just want to tell you I'm doing these virtual sessions. And right now I'm doing this thing called a Hydra Session, and it's really cool. I think you might like it. And she goes, well, what is it? So she told her it's deep exfoliation, and then it's a deep hydration. It's just such a great treat for you. I think you'd really, really enjoy it. It makes your skin feel amazing, but you can only do it once or twice a month. And she goes, oh, I'm in. And then she said, Emily, being Emily, said, well, do you think your daughter would like to do it with you? And she said, oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. And so then they messaged her daughter. Her daughter had a friend who wanted to do it. There ended up being 4 people on the party. She sold over $800 with those 4 people.
Whoa.
And it was from delivering a CC cream. So, you know, just like blows my mind. So she said, if you just tell people what you're doing, because they don't know unless we offer our services. And even if you didn't make $800, even if you didn't sell anything, it's blessing someone else who's sitting at home right now who might be really stressed out. And this is just an opportunity to bless those people. You think? So, okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to post all the stuff when we get off. And then I was going to close tonight by challenging everyone to be an attendee, an honor attendee next week. So what do you have to do to be an honor attendee? Hannah.
Add a new team member.
Add a new team member. What's another way? Ashley.
Sell over $300.
Sell $300. Whitney, what's another way?
Do 3 shares.
3 shares. Elizabeth, what's the last way? 3
bookings. 3
bookings.
bookings.
Yay! 3 bookings. Okay. So there's lots of ways. You don't have to do it all, but find a place to play and win this week and just have that personal victory that you did it. I'm going to send Amanda and Amy a little gift for being honor attendees tonight, and then we'll see all who is going to be next week our honor attendees too, which is really great. Okay, so I have some quick announcements, and then we'll get going. I wanted to, did anybody see the PCP announcement, the preferred customer? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
I've been working on my list for 2 days. But anyway, it's all good. I can't wait to see the virtual one that they do, the digital one. So that's kind of intriguing, and that means everybody can participate, right? In that. So earn your bead jewelry with the 600 or more. Congratulations to those of you who already have. Excited for Dee Dee and excited. Who else on here has gotten that already this month?
Sam, but she had to hop off.
Oh yeah, Sam. Okay, so we have those winners already. Our April goals are 10 new. We already have 4 new, and we have 4,500 in right now. Our goal is 20,000, and I just know we're going to do it. I'm excited. Who wants a Kindle Fire? And it's the new one, the 10. I know. I'm really, really excited. Okay, so seminars coming up in July, and that's going to be a really fun event for everyone. We're going to be celebrating Whitney as a new sales director. We're going to be celebrating some DIQs behind her, like Hannah and Jan and Amy. I can see it all coming together. And just know all the information is on InTouch. But I think the registration is going to probably open up at the end of this month. So just kind of be looking for that and thinking about if you want to go and do that. And you definitely want to go. It's going to be fun. Okay. And then 2, this is the 4th quarter for Star Consultants. And if you've been a Star Consultant every quarter, you're earning All-Star Consistency. And there are a lot of prizes that you get. The Ted Baker handbags are beautiful. You'll get the prize party. I can't even remember what all you win, but the prizes are, if you go on InTouch and you click on contests, you'll see the All-Star Consistency and it'll show you all the prizes, which is really awesome. You can also go to seminar prizes and look at everything. It's kind of fun. So I'm excited about that. And we definitely have some Star Consultants on here who will be 4th quarter stars. So I'm excited about that for you guys. That's awesome. And I'm going to have a special surprise for all our stars this month. Above the star party that we usually do. So there's going to be an extra little gift that I have in mind for everybody that I'm excited about, and I'll announce it as soon as I know I can actually get them. So
when's the star party?
I don't have it set yet. I'm waiting.
Well, let me know and I'll get my plane ticket right around there.
Okay, deal. We'll work something out. Does anybody have anything to add before we close? Okay. All right. So, did you guys like the Hydra session?
Yeah. Hey, and Nancy, when you did that session, that was a $250 gift right there, right? That was the session.
Pretty much.
Say it that way.
It was, I mean, that's what, just walking you through a session. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, if you do that with them, they had a $250 session.
Right.
They did all
Yeah,
stuff.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a $250 experience from doing that with you. So
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm using that too. Rebecca, we can use that too.
And you know, they can go and pay for it one time and have it one time, or they can buy it from you for $250, get the session with you, and then they can do it twice a month free of charge.
Yeah. And I think it's fun to think about, okay, who do you know? Do you have a daughter that wants to do this? Or do you have your best friend that wants to do this? Or does your sister want to do this? Even if they're in a different state, you can send them those samples and they can all be doing it together or something fun to do. So I think that's great. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good point, Amy. I appreciate you sharing that. All right. So the samples on the PCP announcement that I put out today, it does say that the company recommends that we use the company samples if possible. So they do have samples of all the other products, but the satin lips, and a lot of customers like have the satin lips already. So they'll just go get theirs, you know, and do it. You don't even have to have that. That's another option. But if you don't want to spend the money on the hydrogel patches, or you don't want to worry about the oil, you can just leave that step out of your session. And then when you give them the closing sheet, you can say, oh, you could add these 2 in. There's also extras on that closing sheet in case somebody wants something else, like the scrubby brush or the gel mask brush, or, you know, different hydrators. So you'll get to see that too, and I think it'll make more sense to you. But remember, this is not for everybody. If it's not for you, if it's too overwhelming, don't do it. You don't have to do it. Just do something, because the activity is what's going to create excitement for you and give you money in your pocket. So we're going to close our meeting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to put our hands in the air and say we are a pink Cadillac unit. And by the way, because I know you want to know, we are 54,900 away from the pink Cadillac by the end of June. So we are running towards that finish line. I know. I am so excited. So excited. So ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are a pink Cadillac unit. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're a pink Cadillac unit.
We're going to get that right eventually.
The lag.
Ladies, I'm so proud of you. Keep having the grand days. Keep sharing. Keep doing what you're doing. We're making people happy all over the States. For sure. Bye, everybody.
Bye.